Hi everybody! Today we will learn about JavaScript event binding with bind method. What will you get from this video? First, purpose of event binding or bind method. Second, how bind works. You won't confuse anymore about it, and also you would know when the right time to use it. Third, know how to use bind on a function and inside the class. Let's start from the basic form of function. We can call it product info. This function will only show product name and price into the log. And then we call this function. I use Node.js for displaying log from the console. So, what I need to do is just type node space JavaScript file name. And as we can see, the result is good enough for us. Now, we will try to use the keyword this because we know that the bind method is always connected to this keyword. Change the product name into this.name and product price into this.price. We must use backtick characters to call properties inside string like this, that known as template strings according to ES 2015. If we run this right now, the result is pretty obvious that it will become undefined because we haven't declared the name and the price. So, what is the target of this keyword? First, it will try to find the target from the smallest scope. In this case, local scope, which is the product info function. Then, if it's not found, it will try to find from the larger scope, which is the global scope or global variable for our case. Then again, we don't want it to use global scope as the target. Now we know the scope of this keyword, and we will continue to a case that needs a bind method. Let's make an object called product A. Just like before, it has a name, a price, and also a getInfo function for displaying product name and price into the log. Then also, just like before, we can call getInfo function from product A object to see the name and the price info from the log. As we can see, it's working alright. Now, how to show that info? After seconds or show the info on push of a button? To simulate that, we will use the setTimeout method. SetTimeout method is a built-in method from JavaScript, which receives two arguments, callback as the first argument, and time delay for the second argument. This setTimeout will run the callback as a function after delay time has passed. And the result is undefined. This kind of things also happens when we try to push a button to call a function inside an object. So, why is it undefined? We know that setTimeout receives a callback as an argument, but What we don't know is the real form of the function when we use it as a callback. So let's take a look at it. If you see this kind of form, you'd know why we get undefined as a result, right? When a function is used as a callback, it's like making a new function without any connection. This also happens when we make a declaration of a function inside a variable, just like as a callback. Before we see how bind works, let's make one variable to declare a function. Bind, just as it says, its purpose is to bind. Then, what will we bind to the function? In this case, we want to bind the function to the product A object. So, we can just type function declaration .bind method and use product A as an argument. Why product A? It's clear, because of we want this keyword get information from product A. With bind, our function can locate this value and will not become undefined. And right now, we already able to get the name and the price from product A. Let's run the function again and see what happens. It works like we want. Let's get back to our original problem with the setTimeout method. Will it be still undefined? Apparently not. Now it's solved. Also, we can declare the bind method directly inside the setTimeout method. In conclusion, one of the bind purposes is to declare a clear target. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. Thanks! If you realize, we choose to bind product A, right? It also means that we can choose other objects to bind. Let's make one more product as an example. We can call it product B. Declare it just like product A object. It has a name, a price, and a getInfo function. And as we can see, the getInfo function is a duplication, because product B getInfo has the same functionality with product A getInfo. We can just try to use the getInfo function from product A object to get and display the information from product B. It's easy enough. Just change bind from product A to product B. Now, we can see bind also has other purposes such as reduce function duplication. Right now, getInfo function can become a standalone function. Let's get it out from the object. Now, we can just call getInfo and then bind it to any object we want. We can also call it directly without declaring it on a class or a variable first. In our current state, I'm sure we know how the function works, callback works, and also how the bind method works. And I'm sure you now know how to fix undefined problems when running a function. Bind method works by making a new function and then bind it with an object that is needed. In the next video, we'll try to learn JavaScript Bind inside a class, what an arrow function is, and also how to use it on React.js. I hope that this video is useful to you guys. See ya!